Tuvalu. Let's see what we can find about this country. Now, being such a small country, as I said earlier, we're gonna just keep it simple. I don't think there is a need to make it overcomplicated for such a small country. So I'm gonna keep it exactly the population, and then we're gonna look a bit at the stage of the economy and all that stuff, and then we're gonna go actually see how those people live. So, Tuvalu, just under 10,000 people with pretty much 9,500 people on the dot. You can see they already had their peak, and now they're pretty much going down. Now, 1955, there were only around 5,000 people there with a growing rate about 2.3%. That would be like 114 people by those data. When migration on the minus 73. Median age around 22 years old, and fertility rate still nonsense 5.3, I would say, and just only 14% of the population living in an urban area. Now, fast forward to 2025, population almost doubled. So now we are like 9,500 people there, and you can see a bit lower. Minus 1.6%. That would be like minus 150 people per year. Let's say like migration minus 255. Median age around 25 years old, and fertility rate 3.2, much more manageable but still a bit high, I would say. And urban population right now 86%. As you can see, pretty much migration was, with a few exceptions, they're pretty much on the minus, so things are not going that well, I would say, on the island, but we're gonna see that in a moment. So 2050 now, population is gonna reach around 9,700 people, 800 people, so that would be like just under 10,000 people. And you can see here, they say by the 2040 they're gonna bounce back. They say they're gonna go up again, but that'll be interesting to see. Yearly change is gonna be around 0.7% on plus this time. That will be like 70 people, and migration is still on minus with minus 29 people. Median age around 28 years old. Fertility rate goes down once again, 2.5, and the urban population by now probably is gonna be like just shy about 100%. Now, as you can see here, it's a very small islands actually, Tuvalu, this country. So Christian pretty much 95%. What else we find here? Independence from 1979. Population, they say around 10,000 people here, just in 2022. GDP per capita nominal, it's around 6,000 US dollar, which is not that much, and total is going to be like 63 million, which again is not that much. PPP is around 6,000 again per capita, and 68 million overall, so not that much difference, I would say. Yeah, let's go with the population. Let's see exactly how those people live and how well are they doing here. And we're gonna start with these northern islands. Let's see if we can have some 360 on them. Probably not, but it'll be interesting to see. Keep in mind, those are islands in the middle of nowhere, pretty much, so it's gonna be tough to argue with that, why not many people are coming here, or why not there are not that many 360s or street views. But we're gonna see. There are some few. Look at this, judging from above at least, they're looking pretty nice. I mean, look at this, they are spread around. They have a road here. I don't think it's a paved road, it's just pretty much a dirt road, but still, if it's in good shape, it's pretty decent. They have roads, so they has to have car, I would say, or at least some sort of transportation. And judging from above, I don't think I see cars here, but clearly those are made for cars, those roads, so probably they're gonna have a few, but not that many. Oh, look at this, just probably those are cars right there. Even for such a small community here, look at this, they have an airport or an airstrip, whatever you want to call it. Now, being in a position like this, probably a lot of those gonna be used, or used to be used, in a military, in wars, especially World War II. So I will not I have high hopes that it's gonna develop so much from that, but they have an airstrip, I guess. Look at this, even here they have communities. It looks pretty much everyone having the same house, or at least the same roof. Now, a bit jammed together, I have to say. Those are water tanks, 100%. I don't see exactly, yeah, right here, this is the energy production. So yeah, they have electricity, at least they have that. They're a bit spread around the island, not just everybody concentrated in one place, which is pretty interesting. Again, no 360, no street views, no nothing like that. You can actually see how those people, if you're just gonna look pretty much from the satellite, from above, and the island is very flat. So yeah, they have a lake here. Up here they have a road. I thought it's an airstrip, but no, I don't think they have an airstrip here. Let me check. No, I don't think so. So they're gonna receive most of their... No, look at this. They just break this. Things made out of the stone here, judging by how they do it. So it can actually receive supplies on the sea. Those boats are probably made for fishing. Yeah, not extremely advanced, but again, it's a very, very small country. It's interesting to see, even there's such a small population, but still spread around. Okay, so we have a 360 here at least. Spread around. Clearly, it's not gonna do well to the economy and the well-being of the people. Just probably it's gonna be like having a big island, everybody on the same island, and then trying to grow from that. Being spread around so many islands, yeah, it's not exactly the ideal solution, I would say. So that's the power plant probably right there. I don't think they have another one. Island, again, fairly flat. At least we have that 360 from above to actually judge it. Houses pretty much the same. Oh, we have one here too. Nah, it doesn't work. Unfortunately, the church, you have to have a church right there. Anything else? Power plant, church, roads. I don't see cars, but probably there has to be just a few of them. Right, they have to have just at least one car. No airstrip here. I have the bridge. So what that means, it means that they're gonna get supplies over the sea, which is quite strange. Right here, yeah, I just looking for where it's gonna be. Right here, this is gonna be the main port. Okay, so let's see something else what we can find here. Oof. Here, pretty much the same. See, we're gonna have some population the same. Look at this port. Have this receive. I don't know exactly how they call it. When it's gonna be tough to break, so they pretty much have to cut it open, make this shallow port, whatever we want to call it. Same power plant, same houses spread around. That's why probably they need the unification, but it's gonna be extremely hard. I mean, just look at the islands. There's not probably one big island that can actually support all those populations, so they have to just sit on those tiny islands, and that is gonna pretty much keep them divided, I would say. So it's not actually a good idea for growth, and it's gonna get much more difficult to develop every single one of those islands. Now you can, I would say, get people together much easier because there are smaller populations, more in those islands, but still it's gonna be very limited what they can do. I believe that's my what I believe from what I can see so far. Oh, now we have more 360 here, so probably this is the main island. I'm not sure exactly, but at least we have some information to judge them. This is a nice small lagoon, I guess. Not so bad, not so bad. What else can we find? We have another one right here. Yeah, this is probably the made from the same guy. Didn't check it. This is from 2017, so quite a while ago, and the quality it's very good for those guys. Again, those water tanks, we need to find that technology. I need to develop the technology. This is an airstrip at some point. I don't think it's used anymore. We need to have that technology to actually can transform salty water to drinkable water at home. That would be extremely nice, I would say. That would be great. Actually, it's gonna unlock the next level of civilization, and also very powerful. I don't know, those plants that produce energy, you can actually have unlimited energy. Use it as much as you want it. They have some chickens here. They have bikes, which is nice. When you have bikes, you don't need that much infrastructure. Even those scooters, you might need some paved roads, but not something crazy, especially for a small island like this. Okay, maybe it's not actually the main island. I don't think it's still way too little people, but who knows. Water tanks, same roof, a bit jammed together, I have to say. I don't find that very nice, but I guess it is what it is at this point. And clearly they have the room to just spread around, but they choose to just jam it together for whatever reason. Yeah, pretty quiet here. Again, 2017, made from the same guy. I believe this is a stadium of football one, how it looks. Not exactly Anfield, but still. At least they have something. Well, we have even they farming something here. Okay, so they're trying to diversify, let's say, the economy or at least to produce fresh food for themselves, which is pretty good. Okay, let's check this one. Ooh, look at this. So you see how spread around they are and how they look. It's gonna be very hard to govern a region like this and actually put them on the great track. Even like that, they still have some decent economy. I would say like 60 something million out of what? It's pretty decent, you know, when you think about that. Can make 66 and one much more 70 million from a place like this with 10,000 people. It is something. We have to give them that. Unfortunately, like I said, I would like to see. Whoa, this is just pretty much on the sea almost. Those power plants. I would like to see more of those 360 and street views to actually see something, how those people are doing there, but I guess it's not exactly a priority, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. Very small islands, very spread around. Ooh, this could be the main one probably. Let me go from the... Yeah, I don't think it is there, but still. Let's see it. Pretty good. Let's go back to that. Oh, they have two now. Let me check this one. See? Oh, they have those coconuts. I don't think they're coconuts, just a different trees. But it looks like coconuts. There are a lot of them. I don't know if they can eat them. Ooh, nice plants. It looks nice. It looks very luxurious. And this guy who's living there probably have a great life. So see, there are some hiding people here. Very, very interesting. Yeah, we have some development. It looks pretty interesting from above. We're gonna have some 360, so we're gonna check that immediately, but just want to see how those people live here. Yeah, probably not that much opportunities, just the way it is in the part like this, but still. Ooh, it's a gated community. What is this? A military base? Welcome to the Funafuti dump site. Dump site. Ooh, that's... Look at this. You have a bike. Even they have paved roads, and they don't look that bad for a bike at least. So this is the dumping ground. Ooh, now I can see it. Yeah, those are actually trash. And just keep them here. What's happening is just a big wave just coming to just wash everything. Okay, it's not that big actually. It's just here, here, and here. Maybe something. No, it's not that big actually. Ooh, I don't know what is this, but it looks pretty interesting. Dumping site, huh? Well, there is something. Yeah, they have some communities here when they live. They have paved roads, so they're doing pretty well. I didn't check what year was that, but let's check this one. This one is from 2017. So yeah, the roads are actually very nice. Now, again, they have those palm tree leaves that just fall off, but... And probably no one's to clean it, but still, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Housing here, not so well, not so bad. Also, it could be improved. They have even cars here. Ooh, what is this? An embassy car? Is the official car? But still looking pretty good. The roads are nice. Actually, for scooters and bikes, that's even better. That's actually great. Now a lot of garbage here, which I don't like it, but yeah, what I can say, what I can do. I have to clean it, no matter what. Same guy with the bike with the water bottle. It looks pretty nice. You know, when you look at it like that, it doesn't look that bad, let's face it. It's just probably the same story is gonna be less opportunities to do something here, to enjoy financial freedom, let's call it. That used to be a pipe, I guess, or at least it is a pipe. A sewage one most likely, so it's not a great place to dump dirty water. I kind of like the road. The road is actually pretty nice. Even they don't have that many vehicles to use it. Still looking pretty good. Very narrow island. I mean, look at this. Just if you ever want a big wave, just you lose your home, you lose everything here. But clearly, probably that's the main island. I mean, look at it. They have even some, probably there's some gas storage here. Ooh, They have even a port with ships. Yeah, I think this is the main island. And look at this. Yeah, not a huge economy again, but oh, they have even a police on the boat. Yeah. So they're improving, I guess. They're improving. We have 360 here, 4 actually. Ooh. We have some informations. Let's check the other one, and we have another one there, a small one. I want to see on this small boat. Yeah, just a bit on the other side. Look at this guy. Enjoying the life, see? 2014, so 10 years ago, and probably by now it's even better. So clearly they improved it. It's not that bad actually. But yeah, from above, clearly when you see those how people live, it doesn't look that bad. But when you look at the data, and you see population is still growing, but what is this? I have no idea. But the fact that a lot of people choose to leave just shows that the things are not going exactly very well there. This is clearly a man-made structure. Again, it could be better, but same problem with water. And I think that's a huge one here. Here in the West, we don't care that much. Just those guys put some high tariff on us, which we hated, but it's still manageable. But here I think it's a real problem with water. It's just fuck it. You're running very dangerous to actually starve from water. I think it's garbage, but still. Yeah, they have an airport. It looks pretty good, pretty big actually pretty huge. What the fuck? Using for military purposes, maybe at some point, who knows. Again, this guy with the bike. You can just walk on the airport no matter what. Nobody's gonna ask any question. You just walk. You can have a race here. Nobody cares. Very interesting. Oh, we have even some image from the airport. Oh, they have Mazda, which is 2018, which is pretty much a brand new car back then. Have a dog as a guard. Those guys on scooters. Pretty good. Let's see the inside. Maybe we have some image on the inside. Oh, it's not the inside, but still. Oh, yeah, you know what? Not so bad. Not so bad. Ooh, with the stars at night. That's a nice 360. What else can we find in this region? Okay, this one from above doesn't look that well, but hopefully they did manage to do it better. It looks interesting. Such a small nation with such a few people, and still see a lot of houses. So clearly, again, the same story is going to be 10,000 people. Yeah, a lot of garbage shit. I don't like it. 10,000 people. It might seem small, but they are quite a few people. You have to provide it for all of them: water, electricity, security, food, jobs, all that stuff. It's not gonna be easy. Oh yeah, I'm not sure exactly how many people visit this country. So far I don't think I see resorts. At least maybe they have a few, but I didn't see them, and clearly they're not that many. So probably on this island, if they are like, I don't know, 1,000 people, is gonna do much better. Not on this island, just pretty much in all country. At 10,000, you can see a bit of struggle here. Even by the economic factor, you're gonna see that not exactly great. Probably, yeah, the main one is gonna be technology. Like I said, just have unlimited. No problem with electricity, no problem with water, no problem with food. It's gonna get you a long way. And some education, and you're gonna do pretty fine for yourself there. Ooh, look how big they are. It still continue, but here it doesn't feel like that. Just some construction randomly here, but not something significant. Again, pretty interesting country to visit, I would say, but such a far away from the West. There is no way somebody's just actually gonna go, unless they have some business in the region. But here, yeah, you can see it. Unfortunately, I would like to see some street views and more of the 360s. That will give us a much better image. how those people actually live. But even with that, we have still we find something. I think those are planted and just they're used for what? For keeping the wave at the distance. I'm not sure exactly, but they have it for a reason. And just look at them. Definitely a reason there. And this one probably is going to be the same. From above, I'm not sure exactly what we're supposed to see, because look at this. We have the forest right there, and then we have this huge land, and now from the satellite I don't see them. Maybe they got washed away from the sea. Yeah, it looks nice. I like it. With a small island, boom, just make your small home right there and it's gonna be fine. If you have that technology that I talk about, it's gonna unlock a lot from our civilization. If you have those technologies, just don't worry about water, electricity, even with those AI, about education at some point. I believe by the next century you do not even be obligated to go to school anymore. Just, hey, you have a phone or an AI connection with something, you just ask that guy anything you need and that's it. Yeah, medical again system, you can pretty much have a virtual doctor, and you need supplies, you're gonna have a drone that's gonna drop at your home no matter where you are. Even if you're in vacation, let's say in the middle of nowhere with no people around you at, let's say, 100 kilometers radius, a drone is gonna be there in like less than an hour and give you whatever you need. That would be interesting to see. So yeah, that was all for this island. Do we have any others to check? Yeah, we have those ones. Unfortunately, I don't think we have 360s or even civilization on this island. Feels like some sort of like a national park. I don't think I see a construction in this one, so clearly they keep it clean. Well, we have here some construction. Okay, this one we have some construction, but no 360. I don't even see the power plant where it is. How those people are gonna have electricity? They don't have electricity here, they just don't use it, or what? Or they have individual small panels that we cannot see it, and just you have one light in your house and that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the entire country that we saw. That was the main island, obviously, pretty interesting. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting to see those small countries. That's why I'm gonna make all of them, at least as much as I can see them. It is interesting, even like I said, with 10,000 people, 9,500 people in these islands, and you can see they still struggle. I mean, it's not just perfect, it's not, even with less population, we still, like I said, we need, probably, we have that technology to unlock that hugely independence on an individual level, not on the, look at this ship, just probably pumping sand here. They just enlarge the coastline to unlock the civilization at the individual level. Probably is gonna do much better from the individuals. Clearly those are plants, they plant them here. They just want to extend the islands. What they're trying to do, I'm not sure exactly, but it feels like they're trying to just get them bigger and bigger. Yeah, for them, I think pretty decent. Again, 6,000 per capita, it's not gonna give you much, but still, even for that kind of money, unfortunately, we cannot see between the houses. We can actually see how those people live. But so far, I would say, at least for the above, pretty decent. Even here on the main island, on the small island, it's gonna be the same story. You're gonna have to adjust the life a bit differently, but it seems okay. I don't think, again, they have much of the economic, let's say, opportunities as other people in the same region also, I have to say, but still probably with time it's gonna get better. If just stabilize the population around 10,000 and they start growing for them a real growth, like, I don't know, 20-25% per year from the GDP, we're gonna see definitely some huge improvement in the next 10 years, but that depends on a lot of things there. So yeah, again, the same story. If you like the video, just can come comment what you like about them. If you live there or if you visit at some point, you can have more information. That would be even greater. So yeah, check the other videos. Until the next time, see you tomorrow. And look at this, where they are. Look at it. They're pretty much in the middle of nowhere. and they still manage somehow to live there in the middle of nowhere. See, that's technology. And by now, 2050, they used to be there, like I say, even 100 years ago. So dedication, it is huge. Look at those islands here. Ooh. A lot of people here probably gonna check those two at some point. So yeah, see you next time.